young connoisseur here. Today we have the new Springfield XDS 45 ACP. This is in trial out mode for replacing my secondary everyday carry gun. Basically my option only. Sometimes carry two, but we'll see. So this one's in testing. Comes with two mags, the 5+1 and the 6+1. You can see it's a significantly bigger difference in total height of the gun. However, that's what I'm used to carrying is my custom 4-inch Pro Raptor II Kimber. Of course, this gun's got like, I don't even know how many thousands through it. Plenty, lots of custom work, shoots unbelievable. It's the fastest thing I shoot. Shoots super accurate, but it's a little heavy. So I have the numbers, I'll post them below. The breakdown for total carried weights and grams and everything else. But this is 1.05 pounds lighter, fully loaded with one in the chamber. 1.5 pounds lighter than the Raptor here. Fortunately, the overall profile of it, as you can see, basically the only difference in length is in the tang on the beaver tail and the hammer, which you don't even notice in appendix carry. As far as height goes, you know, top of sight line to the bottom of the grip with the extension, it's minimal. It does print a heck of a lot less though, but like I said, it's 1.05 pounds lighter. Numbers should be below in the description. But so far it's doing alright. Put 100 rounds through it as soon as I got out of bed this morning. Not the most pleasant thing I've ever shot, but then again, I've also shot 45 Super through a 3-inch aluminum framed Ultra. That was 25 ounces. This is 21.5 ounces dry. So just shooting regular ammo through it's pretty fine. I'm not, you know, recoil sensitive, but from all my racing, I've got multiple surgeries and screws and bits and bobs inside my wrist. So I'm not going to go and shoot like that scandium frame 44 Magnum I had that I shot a couple rounds through and then got rid of promptly. But I'll show you some of the modifications I did when I picked this up late last night before I even shot it. This is safety checked. But first thing I did was I beveled the back edge on the right side of the grip. I also did a little bit on the left as well. So you can see how much more rounded this is. I basically radiused it a couple millimeters. Actually took off a good chunk of frame material here. So that helps so I can get up higher on it. The only way I shoot is, you know, like competition kind of grip. So I want to get up as high as humanly possible with the low bore axis. So really helped out a lot, especially in a lightweight 45 like this. It's pretty snappy. So the higher up you get, you know, if you hold like an idiot down low, it's really going to climb based on the ratio from the bore to the center of gravity, the fulcrum in your hand for where you're holding it. So the higher you get, the more flat it's going to stay and come straight back, which helps with the speed. So that helped out dramatically. Undercut the trigger guard a little bit and radiused a couple edges in there. But the biggest improvement for speed, which is the primary concern over accuracy over anything else, not that this distracts from accuracy, is I also cut out a ton of material on the right side of the frame here. So when I'm up, you know, when I have the high grip on it, you can see my fingers angled downward because the trigger is rather low, even though the bore axis is pretty low. The trigger is equally low, so you have to reach down with your finger. It really makes it easier to get in versus when I had that extra material there and that square edge, basically pushed my finger down here. So it was really frustrating to hold it. I did that with all my Glocks and everything else, and it made a huge difference. So just hitting those 3 points, beveling this side of the frame, radiusing and removing a lot of material on the back strap. I'm also running the small back strap that came in the package out of the two. This makes it point more naturally like a 1911. The one that it came with, This is definitely a steeper grip angle regardless, no matter how you have it set up. If you're used to shooting, 10,000 rounds through 1911s like I do, it's really tough. Everything you get, especially a Glock, you pick up a point, you're shooting out the sky. This is even better than the FNs. So the Glock being the highest natural point of aim, the FN kind of splitting the difference. Same with Smith & Wessons, the Shield and M&P lines, somewhere around there, between the FN and the Glocks. The Springfield's, one step up, still slightly tilted, with, the 1911 being, natural 90-degree level perpendicular to the ground, or even lower for some people, the way they naturally, have their point of aim set up. So that really helped out. Like I said, I am running it in testing mode right now. I'm not shooting it so much with the extension, but I'm carrying it with the extended mag, just so I can compare more apples to apples size-wise as I do with my bad boy Raptor. But I'll carry it and shoot it like this. Like I said, 100 rounds, not a single hiccup. I shot it late last night. I put 5 rounds through it, just one mag, right off the back porch at 45 yards at the 2/3 IDPA plate. Put them all in a 9-inch pattern, counting the one flyer. So without the one flyer, which is probably me, being it's an 8-pound trigger, by the way, so brutal compared to the 2.5 to 3 pounds I have on all the 1911s and all my other guns. But yeah, it shoots really well now. I have 100 through it and have some copper in the barrel. Everything shoots really well. Actually, shoots better than any Glock I've had. Any of the 19s, the 21, 23, even stuff with the lone wolf barrels and everything else. Definitely shoots more accurately at 50, 60, 70 yards than pretty much every gun I've had, except for all my Kimbers and a couple FNs I've had. Definitely way better than the CZs and the SIGs and everything else. So far, 100 rounds through it, that's nothing. To be honest though, my hands are a little sore, so I'll give it probably another 3-4 hours. Sometime this afternoon I'll put another 100 through it. But waiting on trigger parts, the PRP trigger spring kit to come in, and then she should be pretty much ready to go. So need to get about 400, 500 rounds through it though before I actually carry something. So stay tuned, we're going to do more updates on it, and we'll go from there.